YouTube, how we doing? PPS here. We're back past the prop, ready to get back after today. We got a Friday MLB slate, loaded slate. Going to be a quicker show today, but we're back here. Stu, how you doing, man?
Doing good. No complaints. No complaints. It's been a good week in the MLB for me. I really enjoyed the NBA draft stuff as well. So had a good time just sitting back and enjoying all the sports. And obviously we got a great slate today. I don't know about you. I think I saw you won your YouTube thing yesterday, but I kind of left that slate alone. It was like all day games, one night games. So I was just chilling yesterday, recalibrating and ready to go again today. Hopefully keep that winning streak alive.
Yeah, I did. I luckily got that winner yesterday. I got to fade my boy Andre Playante. Faded him yet again. He ended up going with me there. But also got a couple just a little combo play that worked out. So Tigers ended up putting some runs on the board for me. It was a really shitty offensive slate yesterday, but ended up cashing. So you can't complain.
Exactly. Ticket green at the end of the day is all we care about, no matter how ugly it is sometimes. You know, it's a baseball long season. It's going to be ugly sometimes.
Yeah, so we got a big slate today. Let's get a quick recap in, and we'll get this moving. So I'll let it go to you because obviously I don't remember any of this. So.
Yeah, we took the L right here, unfortunately. Noah Asenge, I think it was 12 to the Bulls. So, you know, win some, you lose some. The top 10 was kind of weird. It got a little bit scrambled around there at the end, but it is what it is. We missed on this one. The what do you call it? The Raptors were our guy, and they reached on Murphy Boyle's his name, I believe. So that'll be interesting. Defensive menace, but not sure I would have taken him 9th overall, but we'll see. And also next to Scotty, he's 2 forwards. I don't know. It's gonna what's the spacing on that team gonna look like? But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Luckily, I was able to cash another one with our aces. DeGrom, I thought he was gonna ladder us up there after he had no hit, 6 innings, 6 Ks. So, but he only did one more inning. Only came out with 85 pitches, so he looked great. Logan Webb didn't look, elite like he usually does, but he ended up with I think 7 or 8 strikeouts. So ended up getting another winner on these aces.
Yeah, I tell this one is nice. Shout out Logan Webb, always cashing for us.
Yeah, he's been a dude for us. So moves us up to 28, 23, 16.84 on the show here. I'm feeling great where we're at. So full slate today, Sue. Which one do you want to start off with on this big one?
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting games. I mean, for me, I'll talk about it a little bit later, but I think Rays-Orioles will be fun. I feel like the total maybe should even be a little bit higher in that one, but excited to see that game. I did bet a couple bucks on the Rays money line earlier. I posted that on my Discord. So yeah, that'll be interesting. I always like what do you call it? Bayo on the mound against the Blue Jays. He's had a couple really good starts recently. I'm not a believer, so I kind of think some regression could come. I got to see that lineup though, if Vladdy's in the lineup or not, because I might have some bets. I know he got hit by a pitch yesterday, I believe. So we'll see what happens there. But really good slate. A lot of very bettable games, in my opinion.
Yeah, I have a lot of games I actually like. I kind of like the garbage matchup in Philly for some arms. Ready to watch Bryce Elder get hit around. I don't know how the Braves are minus 180, but I like that. I'm going to also watch some aces on the other side, right? We get to see Eovaldi and Gilbert go against each other. So always love watching some high-end pitching like that. So, yeah, it was great. I feel really, really good about this slate, and I probably will be, attacking a few of those games for some long shots, SGP long shots possibly.
Yeah, it makes sense. I like that underdog as well. I don't like Elder as a favorite ever. Really.
I hate Elder. It doesn't make any sense to me. And I'm taking the Phillies here? Come on.
Yeah.
I'm going to fade them? Come on. I mean, I get it. The Braves have been a lot better lately. Obviously, Acuna being back is important, but yeah, dude, I can't take Elder at minus 190 almost, dude. It's ridiculous. All right, let's look on the bottom part of these games. We got your Nationals. I see that. I got. It's funny. The Brewers are facing off against the Rockies this weekend. And the Brewers are actually doing all their biggest promos this weekend just to get people to want to come and watch the game. It's funny.
Yeah.
They have a Nelly concert. Nelly is performing after the game in the stadium after. So I'm like, I'll be going to the game tomorrow because they're doing the Pat Murphy bobblehead giveaway. It's like all these big things they're doing for promotions because they're playing the fucking Rockies and they blow. So I guess they know what they're doing.
Yeah, that's funny. Nelly must be doing a tour. He did DC a couple of weeks ago too. It ended up getting rained out until 1 a.m. though, so he didn't actually go on stage until 1 at Nats Park, which you would have had to stay. Yeah, from your 7 o'clock start time, you had to stay till 1 a.m. to see Nelly, which I do not believe that many people ended up doing. But kind of funny doing a little stadium tour, but not the traditional sense, the post game promotion. Not quite as fun. But
yeah, no, it's hilarious that they actually do that for you guys too. So, but yeah, they made sure to do it when the games are fucking terrible. So, having to deal with the Rockies, I guess that'll do it for you. Making sure that you get to see something of entertainment after the fact, I guess.
No, I enjoy it. I'd like to be one of the guys that does that job. You know what I mean? That's like trying to pick out what the worst games of the year are so that they can put their like random bobblehead or jersey or whatever giveaway. Seems like kind of fun.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know you are actually taking the reins here on the plus money spot, so I will actually let you take it away for our first bet of the day.
Sounds good. We're going against my Nats for the main portion of this. Jose Soriano over 17.5 outs is around minus 165, best price on DraftKings. When I woke up this morning and I saw that was the pitching matchup, that was kind of my first thought right there. Soriano has obviously had some really solid starts back to back now, getting deeper into these games. It's kind of funny. We joked about avoiding the walks earlier. They've been back a little bit more. He's, kind of walking a couple guys here and there, but the K numbers have been pretty crazy recently. 10 versus Houston, 12 versus the Athletics. I'm not sure that's necessarily his path to victory in this game against the Nationals. The Nationals are the highest team in the league in ground ball percentage by about 3%. So they're a good chunk higher than anyone else. I hate the Nationals coaching for this reason. They really preach hitting the ball directly into the ground, which is not really a great approach for the modern MLB, in my humble opinion, at least. But either way, that's the case. And I always just like to play generally like guys with great sinkers, guys that are going to attack you there. And Soriano's a guy that we know not only can get ground balls, but he can get deep into these games even with the strikeouts, right? That 10K game, that 12K game, he's going 7 innings in both of those 2 outings right there, even with 3 walks and 10 plus Ks. To me, I look at this more as like the Guardians matchup he had right before he got on that heater, where he went 6 innings, gave up 4 hits, and he even walked 4 batters, but he still ended up making it deeper into that game. I could see some walks, especially James Wood. I assume he'll be minus money for a walk. I haven't checked yet, but he kind of sits there a decent amount. And then Alex Call could be a sneaky plus money guy for a walk as well. He kind of sucks, but he just sits there and takes every pitch. So that's one way to get on base. It kind of works sometimes. But overall, just Soriano is in good form right now. He's got a nasty sinker. He's got a nasty like knuckle curve that's like breaking a lot of ankles right now. And I think he's going to have success against this lineup. I love guys that can induce soft contact, but also he can strike you out as well. And I mean, we're kind of riding some good form right now. I don't know if that's going to last forever. But it's just pretty simple. Like I think the Nationals lineup is really going to struggle against this guy. I'm not sure it's going to be by way of Ks though. I do see a lot of people betting those strikeouts and stuff. And I get why, but still the Nationals have been pretty good at kind of thwarting off some of these high K pitchers by just making contact early in counts and being aggressive. And I think that's what we see again. So I think Soriano can get to 6 innings fairly easily in this one, to be honest. Like, I don't think this is going to be a rough matchup. Angels money line is around minus 160 when I checked earlier. I don't know. Irvin kind of sucks too. Like his advanced numbers are a good amount worse than they are right now. I think the Angels could be solid in some kind of parlay or maybe even Soriano to actually record the win. I just don't have a lot of confidence in my Nationals in this matchup. Soriano is one of the few guys I've watched a decent amount pitched this year. And I watched the Nats every day, and it stylistically to me just seems like a pretty awful matchup. On the other side, I was looking for something to parlay with. It's minus 165. I was between Savale and Sagano, no win. Those were the two guys that I was kind of going back and forth from. But like I mentioned, I played the Rays money line earlier. Highest batting average, highest WRC plus. They're just over the last 2 weeks. Against right-handed pitching, they're coming in on fire. Like their hitting is great. And Sugano is like, I did not get those like 3 starts he had where he was good. Like he had like 3 against like the Yankees and a couple other good teams where like he was just like praying his way through those lineups. And I've watched a decent amount of starts. I bet his first ever start. I like the no walk stuff for him, although the walks have actually been creeping up because he can't get strikeouts really. He can't live in the zone. So you got to kind of dance around the zone a little bit more. And if you're not getting those borderline calls, you're going to get crushed. But point being, he's not making it deep into these games. He's got crushed in 3 straight outings. The regression has kind of already hit him. He fell out of that little lucky streak he was on there. I don't trust him to get deep in it. The Rays are one of the hottest lineups in the league. I want multiple guys for hit parlays in that lineup. There's multiple good targets there. I just think there are multiple different ways that he loses. And honestly, even if the Orioles also hit, I think this could just be one of those high scoring back and forth games where like neither starter is going to get the win. So for me, it was kind of simple. I like the Rays in this one. Their offense is on fire. Sugano's a guy that's going to give you opportunities. He does not get swing and misses like that. There's going to be a lot of balls in the zone right here, and the Rays are seeing it well right now. I don't see why they wouldn't have more success again today. So little plus money combo right here. Obviously, Savale no win is good too. The White Sox fucking suck. That would have been my analysis for that one right there. But the Giants have also just got swept by like the Marlins. So I don't know if I felt super good about doing a minus 400 when you just got swept by the Marlins. So like the spot right here, plus 107. Going to fade my Nats once again.
Yeah, and I wouldn't take Savale no win for the fact that like the dude just eats innings, and even if he gives up 6 runs, like they're gonna roll him for 7 innings. Like if he's not over 100 pitches, he's gonna keep going. So just a quick heads up because I had his under strikeouts under 3.5 last game. I was sweating because he had 2 strikeouts early in the game, didn't strike out anyone for the last 6 innings. But the fact that they just kept rolling him out there, I'm like, God damn, just pull him, man, pull him.
No, full on innings eater. My thought there was just they're probably still the White Sox are still going to get crushed, but that's what kept me away from it as well. If you want guys that aren't getting deep into games, and like you said, if the pitch count is down, they'll just throw them forever.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you on that one. And I'm going to be going to 2 guys that I expect the regression monster to hit as well, and that's going to be a little southpaw fade parlay here, and that's going to be Noah Cameron, Brandon Walter, both left-handers for Houston and Kansas City, respectively. Let's talk about the offenses they're facing first, and then we'll talk individual. We're going for the Dodgers. The Dodgers are facing off against big bad Noah Cameron here. Dodgers obviously fantastic, 119 WRC plus against left-handed pitching. They don't strike out, 20% strikeout rate. Cubs, 20% strikeout rate, 113 WRC plus, 2 of the top 4 teams in that category against left-handed pitching. We also have 2 guys here in Brandon Walter and Noah Cameron who have been a lot better at keeping the ball in the zone than I expected. You look at Brandon Walter, he's relying heavily on the chase, 35% chase rate, but he has a 2% walk rate, which is what we really, really like to see. And Brandon Walter having to face this Cubs lineup, man, that's a lot of dudes in that lineup, man. A lot of speed. And I'm just worried that he's going to end up having too many issues here, especially if you're not walking anybody or keeping the ball in the zone. I really, really like that. In here, and Noah Cameron is my fade guy. I love it. He's a 2.08 ERA with a 3.3 expected. Does a very good job of limiting barrels, but again, walking guys doesn't strike anybody out. Only an 18% K rate. Now you're going to face the Dodgers. Like, if you're going to keep the ball in the zone, I really like this spot for the Dodgers to take care of business because, my God, dude, I like both these offenses. I'm perfectly content fading both of these pitchers. And you get a fact here that Cameron has been kind of pitching over his head. Brandon Walter has been pitching, more for the strikeout here, which I get. 25% K rate is pretty good, but I do not I do not expect that to continue. He's just really heavily reliant on that sweeper. And seeing that he's throwing the cutter 30% of the time, I'll take it for sure. A little bit more soft contact, but I think we're going to definitely get some hits.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, Cameron's the guy that's now being priced like he's pretty like freaking good. And I mean, he's young, we don't really know for sure, but I would say just the pricing that we're at right now is a little bit, I think you kind of indicated in your write-up, but it's a little bit over his head. And a little bit, farther beyond where it should be. And obviously, we know the Dodgers are a team that's going to make contact. Like you said, they're not going to strike out. They're going to put balls in play. And when you have a starting pitcher on the other side that's going to give you opportunities to do that, you take advantage. And I think that's why we both like the hits allowed market. And it's why he kind of touched on right there the importance of not walking guys. And then the Cubs are the Cubs. You know what I mean? They've been one of the easiest offenses to support really this season. So I like the combo. It's a pretty solid price, honestly, as well for buying down two separate guys. So I'm in.
Love it. Love it. Yeah, sorry, my allergies are just kicking my ass, bro. Like, it's just annoying, dude. This is the time of year I just get absolutely nuked by it. So annoying as fuck, but it is what it is. All right, let's take a look. We got Professor T in the chat. Perez, 2 walks, Brewers money line. Thoughts? Shit. I don't even know who's throwing for the Rockies.
I think it's not announced yet, if I remember correctly.
So, I don't mind it. If they bullpen game the Brewers, I don't really like that much. Just for the fact that, their bullpen's not as bad as I was expecting it to be, the Rockies at least. So if they do announce a guy who's an actual starter, I like that significantly more. But yeah, I don't mind the Brewers here. I don't like paying juice on Quintana, but they are so bad against lefties, it kind of negates it. So,
yeah, I mean, I would honestly, like you said, if they announce one of these, like whatever starter it is, I'd probably take some Brewers as well. Just road Rockies suck so bad. Perez, I mean, he's been very consistent. I guess my problem would be, I assume his leash is going to be pretty freaking short as well. So you're not really getting, I assume, more than 5 innings from him. But he's pretty safe for some walks, But also guys like Cabrera have dialed it down a little bit. So maybe coming back, the coaching really emphasizes that. Who knows?
Yeah. I'm not usually a guy who likes using walks as a parlay piece unless it's like Robbie Ray, like a guy who literally.
I do actually, but I get what you mean.
I'm very. It's got to be a good price. Like, it's got to be like the minus 170s where I can just parlay it with something, pretty easy. But Dude's bringing up Julio Ramos for the Giants today. The Giants, where are you, Giants? You're facing Aaron Savali in Chicago. It's hot as hell here, man. It is really hot around the area. I don't know how he's been doing lately. I haven't watched many Giants games lately. I haven't bet on many Giants games. But I don't mind fading Savali. I don't mind fading the bullpen, especially in hot weather. A lot better hitting environment. I don't bet home runs. I know a lot of people love to do it. I do not. So if you really want to do it, I always do hit runs, RBIs. I don't even really do total bases like ever. So I would probably lean that way just because that's the way I usually bet. So
yeah. I don't even know where this game is. Is it in Sanford? No, it's in Chicago. Yeah. So that helps the chances, obviously, over being in Giants ballpark. I'd probably go total bases if anything, but yeah, I don't have a super strong take. Like I said, they just got their ass beat by the Marlins, so hopefully they wake up a little bit.
Yeah, they got wiped. Like, they weren't even competitive in these games. So, and they got beat by that bullpen too, which is just disgusting. That bullpen's terrible.
Yeah.
Miami. So. Hey, we appreciate it, Professor T. We appreciate it. Hopefully, you guys can hit that like button for us. Hopefully, we can continue to make you guys some money. So, a quick recap in here, Stu, and then we will figure out if you have any long shots.
Sounds good. Going over to plus money spot. We're fading my Nats. We got Soriano over 17.5 outs, parlayed with Sugano not to record the win. It's plus 107 over on DraftKings Sportsbook.
Beautiful. And we got Noah Cameron, Brandon Walter, 5-hit parlay at minus 118. Stu, anything sticking out to you on this 15 gamer that I think we can attack for some long shots?
Yeah, I don't have any bets yet. I mean, like I said, Rays earlier will be who I'm looking at as well. I actually think some Angels bats for home runs should be pretty solid against Irvin, who kind of lives in the zone, and we know the Angels are swinging for the fences. Maybe like a Ward homer, maybe Neto total bases or something like that. I think those should be some good live options, but I haven't actually placed any long shot bets for the slate. Also, I some Blue Jays maybe, but I need to, like I said, I want to see the lineup as well. And the Blue Jays also traveling cross country. I don't really love that as much, but I do think maybe, I don't know. They don't have any guys that really stick out for homers is the problem, you know? So I don't know, maybe a total basis like on a Kirk or something like that, or hits, runs, RBI, something there, but don't have too much in the long shot department right now.
Yeah, maybe like an alt under in the Texas game, something like that. First five, like under 1.5, something like that, something crazy like that. So I could see both those pitchers just dialing on these boys, but that's pretty much about it. I don't really have too much in long shot department. I'll probably end up obviously getting some plays out here with lineups coming out shortly. Anything else, Sue? I will not bet that. I have 30 different teams to pick from. Like I'm already fading him, so I don't know why I would play an over on him.
Valid. I would probably not either, but
yeah. So I can. There's a lot of other bets out there that I prefer to play than that. I mean, if you want to play it, but I'm already on a fade, so it's gonna be like, do I want to cheer for these guys to like do good and do bad? I don't think I can really, make that happen. So.
Feel that. Last thing I want to say before we get out of here, I did this last time. We had a big UFC card. I'm playing 2 dogs on the main card. We hit one of them last time. You only need one of them to come through. It's unfortunately not going to be in either of the title fights. We're going a little farther down. I got Jack Hermanson at plus 190, and I got Hyder Amil at plus 140. Just need one of those guys to cash. I love both of those fights. I'm super. If Gregory Rodriguez doesn't kill Hermanson in the first 2 minutes and 50 seconds, he's so live. So I'll probably be doubling down in the live market as well. The bummer is he's obviously could just come in there and smoke him. But I don't know. I haven't been super impressed against higher level competition. I'm pumped for this card though. Only bummer is Charles Oliveira is going to get knocked out in the first round. I'm a big Charles Oliveira fan, as most people are. One of the most dynamic guys in the sport. But yeah, I figured I'd get that in there as well. Got a couple dogs I'm riding with on the big UFC card this weekend.
What's up? Yeah, I was really hoping you weren't saying Kai Kara France because I'm like, oh god, I've been seeing a lot of people bet him. I'm like, dude, this dude literally has to knock out a guy who's literally made of fucking stone
at 125 too. Like
that's his win condition. And I've been seeing so many people say stuff about it, and I'm like, oh, he's not going to go down or not going to get taken down. Well, if you're not landing shit, you're not going to win. So I'm like, thank God, Stu, because I was really I was nervous.
No, I'm a big Pantoja fan, actually. He's made me a lot of money recently. I think he's actually one of the best champs in the sport right now. Every fight's entertaining, well-rounded across the board. Yeah, no, I'm not fading him. I'm not a big Kai Kara France guy either. Like you said, if you're a knockout specialist at 125, I'm quite likely never going to be really interested, just given the way the sport is. And like you said, Pantoja is literally Iron Chin. You're going to have to prove it to me first. So super pumped for that card. You're obviously going to get the next title fight contestant as well with Joshua Van versus Roy Val, the fight right before. Van, one of the biggest young stars in the sport. I'm not sure I'm going to bet on that one. Might just sit back and watch because I have faded Van a couple times and it only worked once against Charles Johnson. So I don't know if that's going to be successful or not, but I'm pumped for this card. It should be awesome.
Awesome. Well, I got to get out of here. I got to pop out. So I appreciate you guys all tuning in. If you guys have any questions, we should be around to answer those, whether it be here, on Twitter, wherever you guys find us. So we appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you hitting the like button for us as well. 20 of you guys still in here. Hit that like button on your way out. And again, if you got questions, drop them in the chat. We'll catch you guys Monday. And we'll be back hopefully talking about some winners here. So have a good one, guys, and best of luck tonight.